Hi guys and welcome back. It's Emily. We're back this week and we are making the black pepper bun from Food Wars. I'm very excited to make this recipe, but I have a confession. I'm a hardworking girl. Doing this for you, making food for you is not my only job. I work at a school as a teacher, and that means that I don't come home until like 5 o'clock every day. So when I saw this episode air today, I was like, I really want to make this. But as you may or may not know, making dough for buns takes like at least 2 hours in prep work, and then you've got to put everything together and actually bake it. So I was like, how can I make this recipe and still make it taste good and authentic, but do it in a time frame that I can manage, like after work in 2 hours before I have to go to bed, because I go to bed at 9 o'clock because I wake up at like 5 in the morning. Anyway, that's an aside. The point is, I was like, I really want to make these look so good. I've never had anything like this before. I want to make this, so how do I do it? And I was doing some research online and someone came up with the ingenious idea of using pizza dough, which isn't like that ingenious, it's been done before, but in this case, pizza dough is a really nice mild dough and you can get it ready to go at like most supermarkets, I feel like in America at least. So I really wanted to try this out and try to make kind of like a time affordable version of this bun so that hopefully you could try it at home and actually make it easier, because I think people are really afraid to try making their own dough because sometimes it just doesn't work out and then you're like, ah, I've completely failed. But with the dough cut out for you, all you've got to do is mix together the ingredients for the inside and it becomes so easy to put together. I was able to do this in like an hour and a half or less. I think that was how long it took me to do everything. So like putting the filling together and making the dough and baking it and everything. So hopefully you can try this recipe out. Hopefully you don't like hate me for not doing it the authentic way like Soma-kun would do it and like from scratch and everything. But if you want to make it from scratch, I will go ahead and link one of my own recipes below for a dough that you can use. The curry bun dough that I made I think would be great here as an outer shell for this bun. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started. The first thing that we're going to do is to our pork we're going to add soy sauce and sesame oil and rice wine vinegar, as well as the black pepper, the Chinese 5-spice, and the ground star anise, as well as some sugar. And you want to mix that all together for a good couple minutes until it's a nice thick paste that really sticks well together. Spread out some flour, slap down your pizza dough and separate that into 12 pieces, and then roll each piece out into a circle. And you want to make sure that the edges are really thin and it's a little bit thicker in the center. Then put about 1 tablespoon of filling along with some chopped green onion into the middle of that little dough wrapper and twist up the edges until you've got a little dough ball. Do that with all of your dough balls, and then when you're ready, make an egg wash by combining 1 egg with a little bit of water, and you're going to dip the tops of your buns in that wash and then all around in the sesame seeds. And as soon as you've done that to all of them, you're just going to put that in the oven at 400 degrees for about 20 minutes, and then that's it. It's as simple as that. Obviously we couldn't use the stove method that Soma uses, but cooking it in the oven at home I think worked really well. So yeah, you guys should totally give it a try and let me know how it turns out. Okay everybody, we are back. I have made the adorable bun. These buns came out really small. I always make this mistake. In the anime they're quite large, and I always I forget to size things up when I'm rolling out balls of dough and that kind of thing, so these are quite small. But if you want them to be the size that Soma-kun made them, you would like this recipe made 12 and I would 12 small ones, and I would just like put that together to make 6 big ones. But here it is. This was really actually so easy to put together with the dough already made. As long as you can just roll it out and get the filling together, it came together really, really easily. And it smells amazing. Holy cow, this smells so good. Just, if you don't like black pepper, this is not going to be for you. And I've never been like a huge fan of black pepper, but neither have I had it in a large abundance before. And the smell of freshly cracked black pepper along with freshly chopped green onions, I was just sitting there in the kitchen like, whoa, it was like overpoweringly good. And I got that sense of when like Soma is in the kitchen and you see all the like fragrances waft up and stuff, that's what it felt like in my kitchen. So that was really cool. So let's go ahead and take a bite of this. It's got a cute little top covered in sesame seeds and it looks really juicy and delicious. Wow. This is really good. So this is what it looks like on the inside. And it's not spicy. There's a lot of pepper in it, but it's not spicy. It just has a wonderful kind of like tingling sensation on the tongue. And then the flavor of the meat is really kind of like sweet, salty, along with the green onion is just really nice. And the pizza dough works really, really well. Mine's quite thick on the bottom and thinner on the top because when I brought it all together in the bottom, it just ended up being really thick. I wasn't careful enough when I rolled it all out to make sure everything was even and it was thinner around the edges. But, oh, this is really good. Yeah. And I can totally see how this would be the perfect like snack food item. Easy to pick up, easy to eat, easy to take around. It fits really nicely in the hand. It's a great, just like a bite of wonderfully flavored meat along with the kind of bready dough would be awesome. And I think the pizza dough works really well here. The only way it wouldn't work is if you tried to do the double thing that Soma does, where he takes the bread dough and rolls it out into a noodle dough. I don't think that would work with pizza dough, so I would not recommend trying it. I would recommend making your own dough if that were the case. And I wouldn't use a dough with yeast in it. I would use a dough with a different kind of leavener or no leavener at all. I don't really get how he does that. Like it's like noodle dough and bun dough are really different in my experience. So if you have a suggestion, leave it below. But if you're trying to just go the quick, easy, no like crazy prep, get the pizza dough. It works really well, and I mean the star of this is the filling anyway. So it's like the bun dough isn't that important compared to how you make the filling taste, and that's really easy to do. So I highly recommend that you give this a try. I hope you can try it out. If you do, let me know how it turns out. And that's it. If you like this, give it a thumbs up. If you want to sub, that's an option. And I will see you guys later. Thanks so much. Bye.